It's the weekend. It's time for football. Today we preview leagues across the world, including that of our home nation. Welcome to the Sport on Pulse. Hi, I'm Gary Al Smith, and we look at Ghana, we look at England, and also we check out what's happening in Spain in the Ghana Premier League. It's looking, with 3 games to go, like WA All-Stars may be surprise winners of the league, giving us yet another champion out of the ordinary. Or will it happen? In studio with me is Asare Bediako of the Joy Sports team to take us through really what should be an amazing weekend of football. Thank you very much for joining us.
Welcome, Gary.
And right behind us in the green and white background are the fixtures all across Ghana. Let's start from the south, shall we? We have a southern fixture, a southern derby of sorts, with Dwarfs versus Mediama playing.
Episode Dwarfs are very formidable at the Robert Mensah Stadium. It is difficult to get a result from there, and even when they don't play well, they try as much as possible to get a point. And I think that they are going to beat Mediama Sporting Club, who are yet to recover from the CAF Confederations Cup game against MO Bajaya. So yeah. I think they will be tired, and I expect Dwarfs to take advantage.
Right. So there's also the Ash Gold versus Hazakes game. Ash Gold look like they've not exactly turned the corner, but it looks like things are changing a bit. They've recorded some okay results so far.
Yes, Ash Gold, the defending champions, people expected them to defend the title, but things have been very, very difficult for them. We spoke to Kadri Mohammed, the defender of Ash Gold, saying that the players are not to blame for the club's performance. They've had issues with technical issues, etc. And I think that they'll beat Hazakes, especially at the Obuasi Clay Sports Stadium. Ash Gold, when their fans are behind them and when they need the point the most, they'll get a result.
In the last game Wafa played, there was a red card, but in this one they'll be playing at a Sogakope base, and they play against the Diana Stars, who themselves are chasing the title. Some are saying that if there's anyone in a position to overhaul Wild Stars, it will be Diana Stars.
Yes, it's true. If Wild Stars fail to win against Dreams and the Diana are able to beat Wafa, Diana will be topping the table, but it's going to be very, very difficult because they are going to play on an artificial turf, and in football we call some things non-personal performance factors. I mean, the pitch can influence the results, and if Diana Stars are a serious team, I think they prepared on an AstroTurf, because if you don't know how to play on an AstroTurf, Wafa will beat you. They should call Hasselhoff for advice. You saw what happened to Haas. In 25 minutes, they had conceded 3 goals.
Well, but for a league as professional as this one, and for teams as big as these ones, we expect that they will be prepared. Inter Allies have one of those pitches themselves, and they'll be playing this Saturday in Tema against Neo Dubiase, who won the last time out, surprisingly, yes. I should say.
Yes, Dubiase, I don't know what's happening to them. Things have been very, very difficult for Neo Dubiase. I don't think they can get a result at Inter.
If they don't win today, certainly they are going down.
And that will be very, very bad for Abdulsalam Yakubu, the bankroller of the club.
But he, to be fair, has wanted to get out of the system and the game the whole season, the last 2 seasons, the last 3 seasons.
Yes, so when he goes, it's not
that's it.
If he wanted to go himself.
Techiman City have acquitted themselves quite well in their debut season in their Premier League. They are at home against Liberty Professionals. Liberty themselves played against the Sierra Leone national team yesterday, and what should be a good primer for this one?
Yes, Techiman City have surprised me this season. When you play in the Premier League for the first time, your objective is to maintain your status. But I think they have exceeded expectation, and they may notch up a top 4 finish. Great work by the lads at Techiman City, Mickey Charles, and at the Techiman Park, they are very, very strong, and I don't think Liberty Professionals will get a result.
That's sad, considering Liberty do have some quality. I know that playing away for them has been difficult, but on occasion they've been able to withstand it.
Yes, but in Techiman things are very, very difficult. You know, Techiman City have very large following, and every single member in the town goes to the stadium to support.
And even surrounding towns.
So it's going to be very, very difficult for Liberty Professionals.
And then we have Bechem United and Heart of Oak. Bechem United have said, their boss has said that if they win the FA Cup, they will be given, each player will be given 5,000 Ghana cedis. If they wanted motivation now, they've got it.
Yes, they've got it. Nana Fosuji Abo Park, this is a must-win game for Heart of Oak. If they don't win this game, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to win the Premier League title. But Bechem United also wants to get the result, and Heart of Oak will try as much as possible to get the results, but it's going to be very, very difficult. I think the best result they can get is a draw.
Okay, and then the last but one match, we have not looked at the Kotoko, we'll do that, but the team on top of the table, surprisingly, it looks like, for me, I think that we've just watched WA All Stars, on top of the table. Nobody has really taken it seriously that they are there, and everybody has found out that, oh wow, we have 3 games to go, and there they are.
The Leicester City of Ghana football, not by any stretch of imagination could anybody have thought that with 4 games to spare, a certain WA All Stars will be topping the Ghana Premier League table, especially when you have the likes of Asante Kotoko, Hearts of Oak, Ashanti Gold, Mediama Sporting Club. Now, if they believe a lot more, they can win the title.
But to be fair, WA All Stars in the last 5, probably 6 seasons, I mean, there have been many times when they have led the table for about 7 straight match days, and then they allow Ash Gold or Adriana Stars or somebody, and there's always been this perception that, oh, they always want to be in the top 4, but they never want to win the league. But this time, it looks like they won it.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes they flatter to deceive, but this time around, the story is quite different. I think they want to win the league and go to Africa. This team is owned by the president of the Ghana Football Association, so if they win the title, I think they'll have the financial wherewithal to compete in Africa.
And then the game itself, they play Dreams FC.
Dreams FC, WA Park, WA All Stars will pick maximum points.
And then the final game, Kotoko Chelsea. Speaking of consistency, these two have been up and down in the way they've been consistent this season, but Kotoko and Babayara, they have a lot to prove.
Yes, but they struggle in front of home supporters. I don't know why. When they go away, they win, but they even beat Liberty here in Accra.
Yeah.
But when they play in front of their supporters, there's pressure on them. They want to impress everybody, and they end up impressing nobody. There have been issues with the technical, the head coach of Asante Kotoko, Michael Osei, and I think that if he's able to win the league for Asante Kotoko, he may be coaching the team next season.
So let's see what it really looks like in terms of how things stand and what it will mean if your team loses or wins. This is the table of the Ghana Premier League. From the top, WA All Stars, who we've said are top of the table. We'll see it on the screen momentarily. There you go, with 45 points. Can you take it with us? Look at the top 4. Adriana on 44, Hart on 42, Kotoko on 41. And they say the league is not exciting.
It's competitive.
It's competitive. Not the attractive argument is different.
It's competitive.
Yeah.
It's competitive per the table. Now, what that means is that Hearts of Oak may go to second place if Adriana Stars fail to win, but WA All Stars would maintain top spots.
Yeah.
Unless Adriana are able to win at Dreams FC.
And WA lose.
If Adriana Stars don't get a win, WA All Stars will still be at the top of the table, no matter the result of the other game. And Asante Kotoko may get to the second spot if they are able to beat Chelsea in Kumasi. So very, very interesting. And the relegation dogfight, Neo Dibiase, Inter Allies, Hazakes, Techiman City, Liberty Professionals, Neo Dibiase, almost gone. But Inter Allies, Hazakes, Techiman City, Liberty Professionals, and perhaps Chelsea. The relegation dogfight will be very, very interesting.
So this is the way the 16 teams line up so far here in Ghana. Make sure that you follow the Joy Sports coverage at Joy Sports GH on Twitter. On this match day, 3 matches to go. It's going to be fantastic. 3 matches to go in Ghana, 3 matches gone in the season in Spain. That's what La Liga is looking like. We'll look at the way things are standing. There have been acquisitions by some of the teams in La Liga, which means that the dynamics may change. It's said that Barcelona are close to or have done, depending on which sources you believe, Paco Alcacer as well, and a few other teams. But let's look at the matches. This is the way it's. Well, this is the EPL. So we will start with that one momentarily. Manchester United have started quite well. Arsenal have found it a bit difficult, haven't they? And today they have signed Lucas Perez, and Arsenal fans hope that things will be better. In terms of Spurs, well, they'll be playing Liverpool in one of the matches of the weekend. Watford versus Arsenal, Everton, Stoke City, Asare Bediako.
Tottenham, Liverpool, top liner. Liverpool, they are embarking on revival mission. You know, they started very, very well. They beat Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium, only for them to lose at Hull City. And there's a fine opportunity for them to redeem themselves. But at the White Hart Lane, it's going to be very, very difficult. We are talking about a very athletic Spurs team coached by a very good coach, Mauricio Pochettino. Everybody knows what he's done in North London. He's a very, very good coach. I don't expect Liverpool to lose this game. Tottenham will pick maximum points.
Watford, Arsenal, still battling.
Yet to win.
Yeah.
Yet to win this season.
Still battling with the spectre of, club or manager versus fans and his seeming obstinacy when it comes to signing. They've said that before the end of the transfer window, Mustafi is going to come from Spain, and Lucas Perez. Yes, also. We saw pictures of him in a medical also. Watford versus Arsenal is going to be played at Watford.
Yes, in Arsenal you trust, don't you? Arsenal fans. It's going to be a tough game for Arsenal. I think that they need to get their season going. They must win at Watford. If they don't win this game, I don't know what will happen in subsequent games. If they win, I think it will be a morale booster going into the next round of games.
Right, so Chelsea, Burnley and Leicester versus Swansea, also the games we can look up to. I was speaking about Spain earlier, so let's quickly dash down to Spain and see what's happening there. Real Betis today will be playing against Deportivo, and then we have Espanyol also against Malaga. Tomorrow we have Osasuna versus Real Sociedad, Eibar versus Valencia, Real Madrid versus Celta Vigo, and well, so we can look at Real Madrid Celta.
Yes, tough game for Celta Vigo. Madrid won 3-0 at Real Sociedad in the opening game without Karim Benzema and Cristiano Ronaldo, and the two are not likely to start in the game at the Santiago Bernabeu, but Madrid will still beat Celta Vigo. I think that they want to record their first home win this season, and I think they are still basking in the glory of winning the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Super Cup. They have a coach who is loved by the club, former legend of the club. So I think with Zidane in charge and with the likes of Bale beginning to find his feet, Madrid will beat Celta Vigo, but they have to be very careful because Celta Vigo are strong. The absence of Nolito is going to affect them, but they have other guys who can wreak havoc on Madrid. But Madrid will pick maximum points at the Santiago Bernabeu.
Real Madrid had 2 of their players in the short list of 3 for the Europe's Best Player award that happened yesterday. One of them, Cristiano, won at the expense of Gareth Bale and also Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann is expected to be in action and also possibly to score this weekend when they play against Leganes.
Atletico Bastard, they drew with Las Palmas in the opening game at the Vicente Calderon, and I think they have to get results. I was not expecting them to start very well because new players have come in. They've gotten Kevin Gamero from Sevilla. They've gotten Nico Gaitan from Benfica. So these players need time to settle, and Diego Simeone needs more time to tell the players what he wants, what he expects from them, and how he wants Atletico to play. I think Atletico will win this game away. They have to win. If they don't, you know what that means is that if Barca and Madrid win, 5 points already, and there are no prizes guessing what happens if Madrid and Barcelona lead you 5 points.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Gary.
Asari Bediako for that. Also, Bilbao will be at home against Barcelona. You can get the previews of all these games, further previews than we have done. They're quite exhaustive on myjoyonline.com sports page. And also, don't forget to follow our coverage on our social media accounts and post-match reports as well. As you can see on your screen now, at Joy Sports GH on Facebook at Joy Sports, and also the sports page of myjoyonline.com. I'm Gary Alsme. Many thanks for your custom. Have a pleasant football weekend.